disturbed. Hi, Kupo, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. And I don't know much about this game, but that it's like a dating sim. That's what the description kind of said. And it looks kind of anime-ish, which I'm into. And let's just jump right into it. I don't know how disturbing this can get, but there was a warning. I don't remember what it said, but be mindful of that warning when we'll both see what is really behind this cutie game. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her hands in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. No? That's mean, Kupo. I know, I'm sorry. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. But you're cute. Fine, but you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Kupo, have you decided on a club to join yet? Maybe the literature club? I told you already, I'm already not interested in joining any clubs. Oh, that's me. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of my many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sari likes to worry about too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime, which is exactly what I do with my time. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Is it? And now you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Of course I do. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Why would I do that? All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I mean, I don't want to break my promise. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. I'm in class. This school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before you know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. So Rory wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in class. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Well, you should be. You don't need to wait up for me if that's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. It's stupid. Meanie. Sorry. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much? All you said was me to join a club, not your specific club. Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Did you say cupcakes? Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's just so cunning as to have planned all this out. Airhead. I can see it. Just take that bow off. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I hope that's not true. I hope I really didn't sell my soul, because that would be crazy. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I'm not new. I'm experienced in everything. I glance around the room. Welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. You too, girl one. Sayori always says nice things about you. Oh, really? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Kupo, what a nice surprise. I like your hair and your ribbon. Welcome to the club. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? I'm not looking at anything. I'm not. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Humph. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri. Oh, Yuri, yeah, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparable, more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. I'm gonna say that. I don't know if I'm right, but I don't want to say Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Kupo. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same classes last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. You will see about that game. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Kupo. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Indeed. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there are one space next to Monica and one space to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feels awkward. I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Whoops! Okay, are you ready? Yes, I want to know about literature and why you guys have a club around it. Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsui. Well, you know. Just worry and take one. She looks like she has a vampire tooth. Well, remember that. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. This right here is good. Thank you, Natsui. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. Okay, alright. But not for you, you dummy. Alright. You don't even know me well enough to be calling me names. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. Do they, though? Really? Because it looks like we're the only ones in this entire school. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Is she really? Huh. No, that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was forced. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined my clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Oh, I'm not. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of this literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Well, how are you gonna do that? You guys read books or something? Or this is not book club, it's just a literature club. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Huh, well, want to debate about it? To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Oh, it feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. That's why it's debate club. Duh. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It might be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Unless we force them and take their souls. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the efforts to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. I would never join a club like this. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important, does it? I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. I don't think so. Not lots of people read. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Break! Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. But I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Kupo, what kinds of things do you like to read? Does comic books count? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Huh? It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. It's a book. It's in a book. It has pages, has words. It's a book, okay? Well, that can change. What books do you like? Maybe they'll be my favorite books too. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad face. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems to so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, and it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Yeah, stories with deep psychological elements usually immerses me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Is this foreshadowing the rest of this game and this story? I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Don't come up on me like that, because now we're throwing horror into the mix and psychological. So don't be appearing out of thin air like that, okay, Monica? Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, stop moving. It's getting in my head already. I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Oh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Yeah, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give it back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. What do you care? I think that's impressive. I can't write poems. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like him. Huh? Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. But they have to do with evil. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read someone else's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea. Everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. That's easy enough. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of club. Isn't that right, Kupo? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Siri may have convinced me to stop by, but never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and like anime club. They don't give me those looks. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But you ate my cupcake. I'm sorry. I thought, Kupo, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join this literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, jeez, I just ate. You really did scare me for a moment. Stop mentioning scares. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Kupo, I look forward to seeing how you impress yourself. Okay. Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. It's gonna make me puke. While the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Kupo, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Do I click? Wait. Let me see. I picked milk for a second. Let me see. Bliss, silly, Valentine, sadness, inferno, secretive. Sadness and inferno. She would like that. Or Yuri would like that. Let's do aura. Oh, yes, she like that. Yura. Aura. Misfortune, marriage, convert, sweet, precious, fireflies, lust, flower, wonderful, vertigo. Wonderful. Anime Entropy Special Bed, Sticky, Extraordinary Lazy Summer Friends Comfort. Let's do Extraordinary. Okay. Fickle Passion, Unending, Star Scrape, Electricity, Dream, Lollipop, Music, Electricity. Color, Depression, Days, Skirt, Agonizing, Boop, Sing, Death, Incapable. Let's go with Boop. Pain, Promise, Judgment, Nature, Vibrant, Exist, Daydream, Peace, Suicide. Nope. Let's do Daydream. She's really like, I forgot her name. Disarray, Memories, Twirl, Heaven Sent, Hope, Chocolate, Nibble, Amazing. Let's go with Chocolate. Disaster, Pote, Infinite, Essence, Fester, Waterfall, Broken, Question, Vacation. Let's go with Infinite. Determination, Uncomfortable, Unrequited, Horror, Misery, Cry, Blanket, Happiness, Headphones. Let's do Determination. Prayer, Sparkle, Joy, Universe, Swimsuit, Smile, Dark, Empathy, Lucky, Joy. Let's do Swimsuit. Bouncy, Anger, Effulgent, I don't know, Tears, Fluffy, Journey, Rankla, Clumsy, Ribbon, Holiday. Let's do Journey. Treasure, Disown, Frightening, Strawberry, Kevin Loud, Charm, Insight. Eternity. Let's do Strawberry. I forgot her name, but she like all the food ones she likes. Vivid Shame, Lipstick, Alone, Atone, Melancholy, Destined, Nightgown. Let's do Nightgown. Peaceful, Tenacious, Crimson Hop, Hurt, Rainbow, Massacre, Mager, Fireworks, Afterimage. Let's do Rainbow. Variants, Shopping, Anxiety, Heart, Awesome, Explode, Mouse, Melody, Clouds, Flying. Let's do Melody. Dance, Cheeks, Contamination, Marshmallow, Skipping, Bunny, Sugar, Extreme Whisper, Feather. Let's do Sugar. Tragedy, Breathe, Desire, Unstable, Pleasure, Unrestrained, Uncanny, Climax, Graveyard, Candy. Let's do Uncanny. Jumpy Hair, Fun, Childhood, Beauty, Time, Hopeless, Wrath, Kiss, Party. Let's do Beauty. Grief, Flee, Portrait, Spinning, Landscape, or Disoriented, Laugh, Cute, Cheer, Despise. Let's do Laugh. It's kind of a tie between Yuri and that other girl. Hi again, Kupo. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Kupo. No, that's what I do. I keep my promises. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Oh, no, I am awesome at commitment, Yuri. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Jeez. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Well, I didn't. And last year, too. Well, I didn't. Were you even here? I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. I mean, I could. Like, what's wrong with me hanging out? Huh? But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Burn. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Exactly. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Kupo always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Yeah, it is so. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Well, I don't know if you should or not, but it's okay. Oh, how come on? You and Kupo can become good friends too. Listen to your friend. Listen, Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. You did? Well, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Well, what is it? No. What is it? I like presents. I like them a lot. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I was thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I don't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. Is it the book from Evil Dead? That better not be. This better not take a freaking weird turn. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, yes, discuss it if you wanted to. This is... Yes? How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like, despite me not even wanting to read and hating books. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't even seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner, which that leaves Yuri and me, right? Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Yeah, reading is so tiring. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our only chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we can't come up with the most fun thing ever, it's just literature. Even if we come up with it's just literature. Nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. Exactly. My point exactly. Why is this a club? So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. Their third eye. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously for some reason. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Why don't we just have a baking club or a cooking club or something? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Oh! Yeah, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfect. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Bruh. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still herself as usual. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding my motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa! Whoa! My eyes open to find Sayori's filling my vision! Nearly falling out of my chair! Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. What? It's your fault for sleeping like that? Like what? This isn't the napping club. That would be an amazing club. Does our school have a napping club? Because that would be right up my alley. It'd be right up there. Right up in my alley! You're staying up late again, aren't you? Maybe? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. No! Don't say that so loud! I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. No, none of the benefits are left in here. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. All over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? It's on your face. All across your face. You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking all over the place. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Yes. Shwa. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your brow isn't even straight anymore. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. Right there. I try to wipe the stain with my finger. This is brand new. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. But I don't mind. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. Hey, you don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Huh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I'm trying to help you out. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better you look, that'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? I just button up your shirt. Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. Stupid. Okay. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Huh? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs are getting bigger. Did you say that out loud, chick? Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Does anyone else need their shirt buttoned? Just asking? No reason? Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on getting out of bed earlier. No. I guess it's... Okay, fine, it's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Were you? Was there a hint of seriousness? Is there a hint? A little speck? Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Kupo, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Duh. It took me 5 minutes, but I'm sure it's a masterpiece. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I can't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. I can't wait. Wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Got it! Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika writes hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Yeah, I'll do Sayori because he's my friend. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Exactly, which is my reason. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Kupo. Duh. I love it. I have no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. Well, then why did I show you? I need criticism. I need to know how to get better so I can perfect it like I do everything else. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people. You know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Kupo poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings. Don't feel my feelings, please. They're private. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Kupo. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this is for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here, but then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah? And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. No, don't worry. I'm sure it's not that bad. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my
blinds in the morning. It makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of my bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I am not mad. I want breakfast.
A crunch wrap breakfast. Sounds amazing. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah? I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? How do you say it sounds just like you? Really? Yeah? Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Me too. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I will show Yuri, because apparently I think she was one of them that would have liked it the best. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Oh, is it that good? Is it that amazing? It's fine. Don't force yourself to say it, but really try and tell me how great what I did was. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? Yeah, you did. You kind of yelled in my ear and it hurt real bad. I have real bad hearing already. Thanks for making it worse. I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't even gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. I hope so too. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine, I don't care. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. Kinda is. That's super funny. That's funny right there. After all, isn't that supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. It's totally legible, but it took you a long time to read. It kind of did. I'm not used to reading cursive. Well, I just don't read script every often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Oh, so you had to dumb it down for stupid old dumb brain me? Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? That's a weird way to laugh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Kupo. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it at all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work? They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort and able to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Good show. Top shelf. That's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. If I stay in this club, I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Then we gotta show Monica. Hi, Kupo. Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or something we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Oh, I won't. I won't. Although, I'll keep that in mind. First, I'll be afraid to bring this up. Yes, I would. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Kupo. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. My gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing was kind of a gentle feel to it. I could tell that she likes exploring these emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each his own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little better either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Anyway, do you want to read my poem? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, this is long. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. So the direction that sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind. Like a film left into the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole in infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't even looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. No, I don't know I don't even know what it was about. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Oh, just like how I did? Wasn't it powerful and inspiring? Huh? What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Oh, come on as strong as you want. Please, come on. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a short story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Should have told me that earlier. I have pink all over my arm. Ink, not pink. Pink is a color. Ink is in a pen. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I guess I'll show it to Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. Stupid. It just didn't even evoke any emotions. Stupid. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? Stupid. I'll pass. Huh. Stupid. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Oh. Beautiful. Magnificente. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. I can understand it. These are words that I could pronounce. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all simple, so sophisticated. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decide to write about it. Yeah, I understand. I understand you 100%. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Perfection! It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? I guess not. I decided to humor her with a little comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Let her feel like this. Let her feel like a pro. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all, not a poem club. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute for a 5-year-old. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism of something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but really didn't come up nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Kupo did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions from my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't. And Kupo liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Did my music go out? Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress your own member, Yuri. Okay, good. Music started. Made me nervous for a second. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Kupo appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Girl, ladies, no need to fight over me already. This is my first real date. Come on. Hey, how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cute. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Kupo started showing up. Did you do that for me? Is that true? Natsuki, that doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Kupo, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Kupo. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Kupo? Well? I don't know. I don't even want to be here in the first place. Yeah, how did I get dragged here in the first place? Exactly. It's not like I know anything about writing. I don't know whomever I'll agree with, I'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... well, since you made your boobs grow bigger, for me, I'll go with Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Ah, wrong! No! No! Mistake. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I wasn't impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that. Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped. At this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure, I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my mind. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything's alright. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How can anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could, like a champ. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Kupo. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. I'm not a part of this club. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, about what? I forgot. I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? What? I don't remember. What did she say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Kupo, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, you'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something about your friends. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about this kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Kupo, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, how about what happened earlier? What do you mean? between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise. They're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion. That's all. I'm new to this thing. I don't know how you guys are. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. Kupo, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Does it? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. And with that, I'm going to have to stop right there. We ran out of time today. It seems to me so far like a typical dating anime simulator, but honestly, I have heard some weird things about this, so I do want to come back and hopefully maybe in part 2 we'll get into the weirdness and see how it can get weird. Maybe because Yuri, she's into like darkness and ghosts and stuff like that. Maybe that's gonna have something to do with it making a complete 180 or a complete left turn, but we'll see. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. KupoCola signing off.